Hi everyone. Today we are group number 44 originally. I don't know what our current number is, but we are here to present our 412 capstone CSE 412 database management capstone project. We created this under the guidance of Dr. Jia Zhou, and we are incredibly grateful to be able to present it. What we aimed to deliver was a study recruitment dashboard powered by the database management capabilities of PostgreSQL. And we were able to deliver, thankfully, based on the hard work that we did throughout the semester, and creating an application that can serve as an end-to-end pipeline for all ASU students, faculty, researchers, to create a pipeline where we can do everything from starting a research proposal to conceiving the idea, setting constraints, and even like ending up creating um, checkpoints where a participant can apply for that research, or they get a consent form that is required for that research, and they fill it out and they give their consent, and the a person who started a study, they can even deactivate a study, or the most recent version of a consent form looks like. So everything that a person needs to do while participating in a research program, they can do that using this dashboard. So I'm gonna hand it over to Evan to tell us about like the data that we are currently using in our project and how we ended up creating and curating it.
Sure, thanks, Utkarsh. So you'll notice that we have a lot of data. In total, we have 10,000 rows. Naturally, we wouldn't have been able to come up with all that on our own manually. So what we did is we created 10 separate programs to create data for the 10 different categories that our data set in total hosts. It covers every single piece of data we need. And again, it's 10,000 rows, so this was very effective. You can find all the data and the code in our GitHub repository.
Yeah, essentially what we wanted to do was have like synthetic data that we would be able to use to demonstrate our applications verbosity and capabilities. And we needed like a lot of data for it naturally. So we just ended up creating like 10 different scripts for 10 different schemas and tables that we were using, like Evan said. And then, we have these like we can, so this application also lets the admin essentially query this like data because we wanted to show it off in some way. So we just have it over here. But yeah, that is like, one of the features that we have here. Now I'm gonna let Ratinder talk a little about the feasibility and like, what this project like is about.
Yeah, so we've created an interface that helps ASU students and researchers to connect with each other in a more organized, structured, and a reliable manner. The database was built using constraints and design decisions that we all agreed on in the earlier phase of the project, making sure that the system follows the right rules and relationships. The front end is fully connected to the database, and together they provide a smoother experience for the user and they support an efficient and well-designed backend setup.
Yeah, as you can see here, I mean, we definitely do need a lot more filters, but as of now, we have a few filters over here that can help you essentially decide if you want to participate in a study or not. So you can also see all of the active studies that are currently going on, and we'll have more filters that let you specifically select more stuff as well. A lot of querying is happening in the background, and it's all running locally on my device right now. So I decided to keep it like a little minimal, but this is how like the dashboard currently looks. Now I'm gonna hand it over to Rinson to talk a little about what we aim to deliver and what we have.
Yes, of course. So I just want to kind of highlight that what you've seen is like a very clean, intuitive system that kind of pulls everything together that a research lab would really need in one place. So like from creating studies and sessions to matching eligible participants and tracking payments even, it all kind of lives inside a single unified platform that we've created here. So overall, it's exactly kind of what we set out to deliver in our proposal, a very solid foundation that centralizes this recruitment scheduling and tracking in a way that's like super simple to use, but also super powerful under everything.
Yeah, and to like, his point, the whole point is that we want to keep like improving it because the whole idea behind it was, and we were deliberating so much about the project that we wanted to deliver because we wanted it to be meaningful and something that we can actually show off to people and something that can be used by ASU also. So we want to keep working on this. We want to make it like a unified tool where the synthetic data can be removed and then potentially be replaced with actual data at ASU, modifying the thing based on the schema that ASU wants to follow. And then finally be able to have a system that any researcher at ASU can use to schedule or like delete or have like a research study, or like a participant can look at and be like, hey, this is something that I want to contribute to, and I want to participate in it. So that is kind of the vision that we have going forward with our project, and that's what we aim to deliver on. But for now, this is like the crude version of what we have come up with in one semester. And I think the only way to go from here is upwards. We have also created documentation on how to reach this. So setting up the database, the data dump that we have, and all of that information in a separate GitHub repository that I'll link in our project proposal. And anyone who wants to replicate these results can go on there, set up the npm environment on their computer using an IDE, and then essentially just interact with it, have a local host running the application like I am right now, and essentially be able to run it and see like what the application does. And yeah, that was team number formerly 44, now I remember currently 27, perpetual motion squad. And this was our database management project. Thank you for taking a look at it. Perfect.